Yeah, who says I never get a screw? This is actually a piece of really high-tech equipment. This is an associated piece of really high-tech equipment. And that's the third bit. This is extreme close-up. I love a camera that can do extreme close-ups. Because somebody has asked, and I'm sure he's just trolling, but he asked, so I'm going to answer. How the heck a moon, 2,000 miles wide or whatever it is, can cast a 70 mile wide shadow? Tiny little screw there. Oh my god, it got so dark! It's not as dark as it might be because I've got the computer screen on. There we go, now it's dark. If I turn on this light, I hope you can, there we go. It's actually burning it out, but you can see I get quite a sharp shadow from that screw. If I find out what I did with that little piece of plastic, there we go. I put that, I haven't actually rehearsed this bit, but if I trap that between my fingers and use it to mask most of the light, you get a very tight light source, giving quite a crisp shadow. You can see the individual grains and everything, but maybe you can see it's not quite pin sharp around the edges. Even though it's a brand new wood screw and ought to be razor sharp. I'm going to pull back. That time when I couldn't get the right angle on the camera. Yeah. If I pull the screw back though, look what happens. I haven't moved the light source. I can move the light way back here. Oh, that's good. Other project's in the way. If I move the light way back here, even without that piece of plastic, which is just annoying. Oh, there we go. The plastic is doing what I hoped it would, yes. From back here, without the plastic, very vague shadow. Shove that piece of plastic in the way, but to make it a tiny light source, you get a very sharp shadow. Remove it, you get a very vague shadow. Move the screw towards the wall, using something with my finger so I'm not obscuring it, and the shadow gets sharper and sharper. The reason being that light is coming from the whole width of that light, and down the middle the screw is obscuring the wall completely, but at the sides some light can get in, not all of it. The very dark bit in the middle is the umbra, the less dark bits to the sides are the penumbra. And the wider the light source relative to the object, and the greater the distance between object and shadow relative to the distance between object and light source, the less umbra you get and the more penumbra you get. In this case, as you can now tell by that split shadow, I actually have a double light source. But even if I block one of them off, you can see you have penumbra at the sides. Back here, very little umbra, whole lot of penumbra. Up there, very little penumbra, whole lot of umbra. And that is how a moon the size of the USA can cast a shadow 70 miles wide in which you can't see the sun at all, and a shadow much wider than that in which you can see some, but not all, of the sun.